Hey, Shalom Aleichem, Rakam Bakapash from GMS Learning, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole project, pushing truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video, right? I got an article here from the Independent. Right, so the man kills friend after fight over mayonnaise by repeatedly running him over with truck. Right, and all I gotta say, man, is that these demons be out here, man. Doing all kinds of madness, and they're getting riled up, man. These people with these multitude of demons on them, they're getting riled up in these latter days, man. And these people conjuring or taking upon themselves more and more demons, and they're having their way, right? Because we're heading into a time like no other, man. And these demons that are on these people, man, they're gonna come out, okay, doing all kinds of mad shit, man. And look at this guy, man. He killed his friend over some gag, right? And it started with a fist fight, but it ended up with the demon getting so riled up in him, they killed him. And they weren't, he went back and forward over his friend with the truck to make sure he was dead. That's how bad it got, man. That's how riled up the demons were, man. To me, this sounds kind of premeditated. That this guy really just wanted to kill his friend for whatever reason, because the demon inside him just went into, he's lusting after, to murder somebody. Pretty jealous of his friend or whatever, and so decided to run him up with the truck. But these demons, man, that are in these people, man, they're gonna activate like sleeper cells, man. I know the US are worried about them Russian sleeper cells, yeah, but what about these demons? Most likely gonna have these demons activate, around, because you already see there's too many demons around here anyway, but it's gonna become more rife in society, man, as this place falls apart. Okay, more of these demons are gonna get triggered, man. All right. So let me just read some of this. Let me grab some scriptures. It says an Iowa man was sentenced to life in prison for killing his friend over a disagreement about mayonnaise. All right, so the man has been sentenced to life in prison in the US after killing his friend in a fight over mayonnaise. Christoph Elbacker, 29, ran over Caleb Solberg, 30, in Iowa after they got into an argument sparked by Elbacker spreading mayonnaise over Solberg's food. All right, so this dickhead, right? He caused him to be, piss off his friend, but he's the one. His friend's pissed off, but he ran him over, with the truck. This guy, he sounded like he wanted a reason, an excuse to run him over, man. All right, so the Elbacker run over Mr. Solberg with his pickup truck 3 times on December 17th, 2020, and was sentenced on Monday. That's like 2 years ago now. They already just sentenced him. Yeah. So it was reported that the pair had been drinking at a bar with another person in the early hours of the morning when the disagreement over mayonnaise happened and a bar fight ensued. Elbacker called Mr. Solberg's half-brother Craig Pryor, who arrived as another altercation was brewing between the pair, where Elbacker reportedly threatened to shoot Mr. Solberg and set his house on fire. This guy, the demon just jumped on him, man. I said, whether it was premeditated or not, man, this demon was lost enough to, to kill his friend, man. Making all kinds of threats and, eventually follow through, killing him with the truck. All right, this is, Elbacker hit Mr. Pryor's car with his truck and then ran over Mr. Solberg. District Court Judge Greg Steensland said Elbacker's first blow to Solberg did not kill him. He heard screaming for his brother. Rather than just leave, Elbacker went down the street, turned around, and came back to strike Solberg a second time. To be sure he had completed the job, Elbacker drove his truck up and over Solberg one last time. It's some cold-blooded demons out here, man. Those you think are your friends, people around you, people close to you, right? The hearts of the people are going to wax cold, man, right? Right, it don't matter who it is. Okay, it could be a relative, it could be family member, your closest friend. You know, Matthew 24 verse 12 says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right, and this is why, in this truth, man, we only really carry ourselves around, you know, with brothers, carry ourselves around with brothers in the truth, man. Okay, we ain't really here hanging with family, back in the world, and hanging with friends from back in the world, man. Because these guys are gonna turn on you at some point. You got to be careful with that. Okay, we even got to be careful around, brothers, man. So you got to be circumspect, in these last days, man. But these people out here in the world, man. That's why we ain't gonna be staying close to you guys, man. Because at any moment, demon get triggered, and then you're causing all kind of problems, man. We don't want to be around you, right? Especially when the time goes down, So we gotta keep our eyes peeled, man, and be wary of who we keep company with, because like I said, these people they're not discerning, but when it's go time and these demons are let loose in these individuals, okay, they ain't gonna be shy from shedding blood, man. Okay, especially in that time. All right. So again, it says that because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. People are gonna be fighting each other, friends and family alike. Okay, killing one another, snitching on one another, stealing from one another. In Sirach chapter 39 verse 28. So there be spirits that are created for vengeance. Right? So I'd say, I don't know what the other guy did, why he had to run him over like 3 times. It's a judgment, either way. It's a judgment. Okay. But this guy, he's not innocent either, but he's gonna get his. But whatever judgment, the Most High sent judgment out to destroy that individual, man. Had him go out, in that way. All right, so there's spirits that are created for vengeance. Could have been just take that individual out. That's what it was for, right? It says which in their fury lay on sore strokes. Yeah, stroked him 3 times. Till he was dead, right? So in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, right? So who's made all these spirits on the left hand side and the right hand side? The Most High, Yahweh, right? He's in control. He's the the master of the spirits, right? And they're doing their jobs, man. What the assignments they get sent to do, they do, can accomplish, right? Because the Most High is a mighty King, and His word goeth out and returns not, right? Don't come back void, right? So if the Lord wants something done, it gets done. Right? It says fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Right? So you're gonna see, all these things take place, and it's all part of the Lord's vengeance, man. It's the teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and a sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Right? So you're gonna see them animals out there. I know brother, the brother Cowboy in the camp, right? It was like to go into them big cats out there in the wild, man, that just out there roaming, man. Just out there roaming in the woods and in certain marshlands and all that kind of stuff. Wherever they be at, right? In the forest and whatever, right? They're getting ready to feast, man. So the Most High, He's got things out there waiting for individuals, man, to get taken out by. Okay? All kinds of ways. Right? But, in the scriptures, it speaks about demons on people and jumping on people and having them act strange and do crazy stuff, doing evil and whatever. Right? So I just want to get a couple of examples, right? This is from Luke chapter 8 and verse 27. It says, when he went forth to land, there met him out of a city a certain man which had devils long time. Okay, plural, right? He had devils on him, plural. Okay, ain't just one demon that's on these people, man. All right? These people walk around with multiple devils on them, man. Influencing their decisions and doing certain things carnally. Because these demons, man, they love playing in the flesh, right? They love manipulating you and, you know, getting off on your experiences, man, and all the carnality that you get into, right? They love it. Okay, this is which had devils long time, and wear no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs, right? A lot of spirits dwell in tombs, right? Around the dead, right? When he saw Yahushua, he cried out and fell down before him with a loud voice, and with a loud voice said, "What have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of the Most High God?" Yahweh, right? I beseech thee, torment me not. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, for oftentimes it had caught him, and he was kept bound with chains and in fetters, right? Because this guy was acting too mad. So, whenever they got the chance, they chained him up and locked him, tried to lock him down. But here it says, and he brake the bands and was driven of the devil into the wilderness, right? So this guy has so many demons on him, he possessed supernatural strength, man. He broke them chains, he broke them bands that was to hold him down. It says, and Yahushua asked him, saying, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Legion," because many devils were into him, right? So, like I said, it's not the body isn't it wasn't housing just one demon, man. It was housing many, and that's why they put a bugged out in the world, man. They got too many demons on them, just bugged in the mind. Don't know what the hell they're doing. Just bare demonic. They're not your your average Joe, everyday people with demons on them. They're just going around, in a system like a drone, and they do their thing on the weekend or whatever. Now there's demons out there that are just hardcore on doing evil all the time. Just bugged out individuals, man. And you see them. You see these bugged out individuals, man. Those that can't abstain from, killing and things of that nature. Just bugged out individuals because they've got many demons on them. All right. This is from Acts chapter 19, verse 13, right? It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits, that the name of the Lord Yahushua, saying, "We adjure you by Yahushua, whom Paul preacheth." And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and a chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, "Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?" And the man in whom the evil spirit was leapt on them. Right? These men, these people don't have no control over their body. Right? These demons are operating in the control room up in your mind. All right? Controlling your actions. Right? So the demon was like, "Who the F are you, man?" And decided to F him up. Right? You come to me. The man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so they fled out that house naked and wounded. Right? F them up. Right? Such were the demons that are on that man. And also, like I said, it's no different today. These people walking around with demons on them, right? And they end up doing, some crazy stuff that kill their friend. Was supposed to be his friend, by running them over at bad times. Just moments of madness, maybe, whatever. To me it sounds premeditated, but you have those people that just do things in moments of madness. Well, demon wanting to be satisfied, man. All right. In 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 24, says, "At that time shall friends fight one another, one against another, like enemies." Well, there's an example. They were fighting over some fucking mayonnaise, right? And it ended in one of their deaths. But that's going to be commonplace in the time to come. Okay, the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, that time of trouble pursuant to Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Right, that's going to come more and more commonplace. Right, people fighting against one another, murdering one another. All right. So in that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. Okay, life is going to be uncertain, man. You're going to be scared to go out. You're going to be scared to walk anywhere, go anywhere, right? So the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, so that's the sort of situations we're going into, man. Right, and this is from 2nd Ezra 15. Right, and we'll read from the 16th verse, and we'll close up. Right, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." Right, sedition among men, discord, chaos, rifts, between one another, man. And those rifts and that they've already been started to be created. They've been in the works for a long time. All this division among the people, disagreements, and going to the extremes, right? And they're only going to increase and become more intense. Okay, until there's chaos. All right, it says they shall not regard their kings or princes. Right, so they ain't going to be listening to nobody in that day. Right, government, anything, any authority, right? And of course, their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, we just mentioned about the fear, right? So the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, on his friend, on his family, the neighbor on your street, They have no pity, right? But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? Demons don't like it when when your flesh is suffering, man. Demons don't like that. All right, so they're gonna get amped. They're gonna wanna, they're gonna put that evil mind in you and an evil spirit upon you, right? To do evil things, right? To go and kill this person or murder that person, steal this man's food, do whatever you got to do, man, to satisfy the flesh, right? Because I said demons don't like it when the flesh is suffering, right? They feel just uncomfortable and shit, so they want to satisfy it, So your mind and is going to be altered in that day, man. The Most High is going to have you in an altered state, not the state that you're in when everything's going nice, everything's cool. Yeah, I got food on the table. I got a nice warm bed to sleep in, and you ain't worrying about shit. Not that one, right? You're gonna get changed. Your spirit is gonna change, right? And these demons are gonna have their way with you, man. They're gonna have you on some next agendas, man. Next spirit. Okay, evil, wicked, cold. Right? Because that's the time we're coming into, man. Okay, like I read at the beginning, man, the hearts of many shall wax cold. Okay, things are gonna change, man, and demons are gonna amp up, and like I said, you're gonna have you doing all kind of madness, man. Okay, things are gonna get scary out here. Fear, people being afraid, right? That's what it's gonna be like, man. All those good, apocalyptic movies, and that's what it's gonna be like, man. You're gonna be afraid to tread anywhere, man. Frightened that someone's gonna take your life for your pack of chewing gum you got in your pocket or madness, because they will. If they're that desperate, they will, right? They'll take it. They'll take you out, man. You're gonna see it all, man. Take your daughter, take your children, whatever, man. These people are gonna be moving in another way, man. Okay, these demons are all gonna be up in their heads, man. Trying to reason and justify what they're doing. But now you just turn into demons, man, monsters. All right, you'll see. But anyway, like I said, this is just an example, man. The demons got to him. The demons got to him, man. All right, and he done what he did, and now he's got. Well, he ain't gonna be there all that long. This world's gonna end before he gets out. But is what it is. All right, anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. I hope this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till then, I'll say shalom.